Shocking powerful. Because ability is shock.
Yeah.
My face is not an act. Remember,
last time we were in the city, I bought that thing.
Right? Would it actually use to be effective?
There's no one to teach you how to do it.
I thought I could do it as long as I had.
Good line.
You can certainly try to take a material you have zero familiarity with and tools you have no training in and attempt to make spider silk.
Well, wait. Spider silk. I'm making string out of spider silk.
Yes, that's what you made out of. Wisdom said.
Do you have 5 inspiration?
Oh, wisdom.
Do you have 5 inspiration?
No, right?
You need 10. You need 10 for that. So if you had 10 inspiration, you could get the skill feat and then get access to those type of tools. But then start, trying to make spider silk.
First of all, the drow don't just give that information out most of the time. So if there's someone, if there were a particular,
if he's a drow, wouldn't he then know how to do it?
that's a drow secret.
That's not necessarily.
That is racist, good sir.
Well, he's
drow.
And even
The
if you
drow are powerful people.
And even if you didn't know, there's no guarantee he would teach you. I hope you would. Unless I miss my estimate here, Zenith is a very strong believer in the knowledge is power.
Well, I mean, he did watch G.I. Joe. He knows knowledge is half the battle.
The other half is gratuitous amounts of violence.
Okay. I need you to not move. Okay? I need you to not move.
I have enough bruises on my leg.
Well, don't worry, I'll only shatter it once.
Hey. What if you want to inflict permanent pain on him? Find one of the Lone Star picks.
No.
No.
That is a thing I wish upon nobody except people that have snakes
You can still eat fish.
Isn't that so? Start thing
Completely committed to vegetarianism.
I thought for sure that was almost
What is it? Maya or something?
It changes the type of acid that your stomach makes, and then when you digest meat, it interacts with the other
Red meat.
Yeah, red meat. When you eat red meat,
This is the only kind of good meat.
well, from what I understand, it also affects like chicken and stuff like that too.
What's considered red meat?
What's that?
Just crack it, please.
Red meat?
No.
No,
Just
just
beef, rice, and kraken. Anything bovine.
See, though, beef is like the best meat
So,
there is.
you haven't rolled the what type of madness we have?
No, I haven't, because it hasn't occurred yet.
Hey,
It's
By the way,
well, okay, fine, you like
Yes,
it.
yes.
Well, my product.
That's like,
How gay do you want to make this play?
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I don't mind
Is
getting
this going to be the other town we come to? This one looks almost exactly the same.
more people that kill. I mean,
you guys were able to buy the shit you needed. So you should buy that shit before we really get going.
Yeah.
racism right
So wait, what all?
I bought 20 days worth of rations.
So what all can
I might suggest 32.
I don't have that. I only have 10 gold points.
32? That's
That's how many gold points I have.
32 days of rations. Because that is the exact distance you are from either city, no matter which direction you go.
actually 30 days.
How many days does it take to get here?
90 days worth of rations because it has meals.
I said 32 days. I said 32 days.
So
worth of
since
rations.
Alex's character isn't here, can we make him the pack mule of the group until he
Well,
comes
you
back?
also have other NPCs. One happens to be a flag off.
Who is already a mule, who has a dead body. I think he
So
still has a dead
in
body.
the player's handbook, raging doesn't say how long you rage for. It just says you can rage this many times. So could I like rage in the morning and just be like
No, it lasts
rage
so many
10 rounds.
and then you're exhausted.
A day's ration is 5 silver.
These rations.
So unless I can get some of the party fund to get the 32 rations needed, how many days did it take to go from
You should be able to avoid that.
from the point we were to here?
8.
Eight?
6.
6?
It's supposed to take 8.
I have 4 rations out of my
But
dungeoners.
moving at a fast pace, it will take you 32 days. 32 days of travel to get to either Gracklestug or Blichtenstone.
How many gold is there in one? Or how many silvers in one gold?
10.
Oh, so it's 100.
That's copper.
So you need 16 gold per person per.
Yeah.
I mean, does the party fund have enough?
I don't think they moved.
I don't know. We don't have
but
the
I
party
still
fund.
call them trail
Oh.
rations.
I thought we broke the party fund.
Yeah, we did. We broke the party fund up and distributed it evenly.
Oh, what did everybody get then? Just, I didn't remember that we did that. I thought we were discussing it, and it never happened.
I don't remember how much it was. I know after me buying something that said it was.
I thought it was like close to a
Mike, do
couple
you remember
hundred
how much
person.
it was? For what?
For the, do you remember how much everybody got last when we split the party fund, or, because I remember when we were
500
talking about.
something.
Oh, 500 and something?
We've all eaten 500.
I'll take an even 500 since I wasn't really there. Or didn't really know that we just, because I remember us talking about it, but I thought we were
How much
like,
did I agree?
we were definitely doing.
It's like 120.
I don't know. I'm sorry, there's so many other things I have to keep track of.
Yep.
I
I mean,
can't.
if the GM says 500, 500 is fine by me.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have 500 exactly, we're just gonna consider it 500 because of things you may, or because of, dead Kuatoa you may have come across on the way. Because I know one of you was scavenging like a whore.
So you said like we needed 16 to.
Because unfortunately,
Is that what you
after I
said?
did the
So I'm not
budget,
able to
everything
go
was
to the
done.
place where we spent all of our money.
The expectation was we all agreed that we were splitting it up, so that inventory is gone.
So there's no chance of me
We
having
needed-
to go to
you
that
said
general
32
store where we
days?
sold everything and taking all of our stuff back.
Aaron, you said 32 days worth of rations for where we're going to the next place.
Yeah. You guys have,
Like that.
you guys have, you know what, let me break it down one more time and make sure I get the right amount because,
Well, do you guys want to go at a fast pace or should we go at a normal pace?
I don't keep that.
Or is there a medium
Everybody's too
pace?
terrified.
I said, well, it's
Demon
monster.
that's
If we have provisions, we should do it fast.
We should do it fast?
Everybody's so busy with that, they're like,
don't also, the other thing to remember is, if you're going at a fast pace, the drow are still chasing you.
Really? What, if they get to here and it's fucking,
That's cute. That's cute that you think that Lost cares.
well, no, I mean, if the raiding group came to this town, tracked us to this town, see the
I mean,
whole
we kind of
town
desecrated
destroyed,
their temple.
and a fucking big ass baboon somewhere running rapid in the Underdark, wouldn't that be like, we should go back and tell people that a big ass,
Well, yeah, they should, which is why they have a way to do that already. It's called you. It's called message.
well, no, I mean, why are we that important? Is what I wanna know.
Because if you get away, they lose face. If you lose face in drow society, you're as good as dead. That is literally a death sentence. Because it invites more of the same. Oh, well, if you couldn't handle a couple of surface world people, then what makes you think that you have a prayer of a chance fending off an
Oh, yeah.
assault from
He
drow?
was surface world, the bird was surface world, but it's gone.
No, Caladan is not a surface world.
Yes, you are.
The dwarf.
I thought you were
His
part of that.
race, yes, but
You're from dwarves are from surface world. Regardless of if they live underground, they're considered surface world by the drow.
So it's Underdark races.
Non-underdark races.
So is there an Underdark goblin,
There's goblins in the underdark.
but they're not considered an Underdark? They'd still be considered surface dwellers?
No, they wouldn't. You
So
would
what,
be.
so I wouldn't be considered a surface dweller?
But
just be considered a goblin, and
Wait.
that's even more of an insult. If
Whoa.
you let a goblin get away.
Well, and I
All
was one of
things
the
are
original people that escaped. So I'd be like, dude, I'd be the gravy on the mashed potatoes.
Except there's no-
Unless they went, oh, it's a fucking goblin, you get the fuck out of here.
no, they take you as a slave.
No,
That's what drows do.
actually,
The orcs and goblins are slave labor. But the fact that you have a drow spellbook, that's even worse. Yeah.
Well, it's got pretty pictures in it now.
It's still a drow spellbook.
And
They might kill you for
wait,
those
so then
pictures.
can I buy
Exactly.
armor shit right now?
Yeah.
Huh?
Can I buy armor shit right now?
You had all session to do that.
Yeah, but I didn't know you could buy armor that wasn't like inside
I
the.
borrowed a CHP. Oh, hold on, I'm buying it.
You already have magical armor.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for magical armor. I was just looking for armor to give me better AC.
Okay, at that point, buying armor that does that.
The only thing that is better than what you currently have is 1,200 gold,
Oh shit! Never mind.
Or split mail.
which is 800.
With split mail
Oh,
is a
yeah,
point of
that's
AC,
fine.
and you lose your acid resistance. Yeah, you see why.
Then there'll be no fun at parties.
However, if you guys are choosing to go to the Dwarven City, there are some damn fine smiths there.
No, so okay, the thingy you said earlier, like your some or other wonder or whatever, raw wonder or whatever it was. I used a pick line on my girlfriend's once. I kind of like snuck up to her, like, hey baby, I'll play with my raw pleasure.
Dude, we're seriously on camp.
What? Yes.
We're
No.
live, did you not understand?
Okay, well, I don't know. But,
So does everyone else.
But no, dude, it's always fun using cheesy ass pickup lines. They're the best.
No, they're not.
And they are. They're always the best.
Okay, so guys,
Random question.
Yep.
AJ, the list of adventuring gear was made available to us, correct?
what do you mean the list of adventuring gear?
Out of the clear demo.
Oh yes, those things you can buy easily. Yes. So normally, you guys, when you are running a fast pace, you are doing 400 feet a minute, 4 miles an hour, and 30 miles in a day. In the Underdark, at a fast pace, you can only do 8 miles in a day because of how cavernous and roundabout everything is. There's a lot of time you lose to navigation.
So I'm guessing with the fast movement, we're still taking little breaks now and then to catch our breath and then continue.
But no, you can do an 8-hour march. And after that, you start making con saves for a forced march. So you can go more than 30 miles. You can go more than your 8 miles in a day, guys. That is possible. But at that point, you're doing a forced march. And at a forced march, I start requiring you guys to make con saves. If you fail your con saves, you take exhaustion for every failed save until you rest. An 8-hour rest. So you guys are not limited to those 8 miles, but that's up to you guys. However, so this was supposed to take you guys a lot less time than it is going to. And the reason that it's taking you longer is because the quicker way to go was across the lake.
But that's dumb.
I would say risky.
Well, the options you would have up until this point would be getting a boat from the city that was just destroyed, building a raft, and hoping it doesn't capsize while you're out there in water you don't want anything to do with, or taking the land route. Now, this map is divided into hexes. And it is 8 hexes for you to get to Gracklestug, or 8 hexes for you to get to Bligdenstone. A hex is 24 miles. 24 times 8.
192 miles. Good.
Now,
It's about that worship.
So we're buying horses and shit, right?
at every If you are going at a normal pace, it is 32 days. It would be wise to buy rations for a normal pace and then probably go at a fast pace. That's how I do it, because you do not know, hey, somebody's randomly died and Nick has to take a day to husk. There are things that can and might delay you. Or somebody gets really fucked up in a dungeon and you guys or in a fight and you guys lose a whole day of travel. Keep resting. So pushing at this fast pace, great idea. If you're totally okay not being able to basically forage, if you're okay taking negatives to your perceptions, your passive perceptions, you take a -5. While you're running through what some might say is the most dangerous place in the world short of the 9 hells.
Did you purchase?
Not yet, I was gonna let you know how much it was buying.
Yeah, just do it, man.
So how many rations do you need for the trip on one?
So you said 32 days if nothing goes wrong, right?
32 days at a fast pace.
All right, I'm gonna buy 50 just in case.
Because you're smart.
Yes.
I'm so smart. SMRT.
I also bought additional water.
Can I see the DMG?
What do you need?
The normal starting vault was when I made this character at 4.
I spent the gold and got 5 additional
Basic.
water sticks.
You basically get it.
According to the thing, there should be a.
I know what you're getting at, but for the moment it's basic. I'll take a look when I can.
Oh,
But
well,
we're in
well, I have
mid-session.
my basic gear in there.
Yeah.
I probably would have bought a few things.
So I want it to be very clear. You guys can forage, but you can only forage while you're resting. I understand that there is a background feature that says I can do the thing. I am all for the thing. However, it says while you're going at a fast pace, there's no foraging. Haven't really been enforcing that too hard, but
Does not taste as good as the normal, the other purple one.
more can, more tin.
No, it's a different flavor. This one's ultraviolet. The other purple one is something else. Ultraviolet.
No, same thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, then you're right. Probably more metallic taste.
Like good old metal.
Good for the soul.
Steven, you wanna hand me the,
Oh, are we gonna hand out an inspirational?
Right, about that.
And nobody gets any.
Steven, you wanna hand me the boxes of waters?
I understand that the way things have been getting done has created some issues of balance and imbalance.
Oh, yeah.
So, to that end, there will be a variation on the system. The system, and if I'm saying this wrong, please feel free to correct me. But from here on out, people will bid to use their inspiration for their specific 1 stat to 20.
Okay. What brought this up?
Your conversation, actually. And since you asked,
Well, to be fair, it's all of our conversation.
no, I'm talking about the conversation you had with yourself, Nick, and Luke, that I wasn't privy to the conversation, that conversation.
Everyone.
Which, again, I was pretty much
Okay.
everybody's.
I was informed that it was just 3, so, but, there's been a disparaging amount of one person seeming to get a lot of the inspiration, and other people, I can understand, will feel chipped by that. So for that point, people can name a stat that they will be bidding their inspiration towards. And if someone wishes to, they can choose to abstain from being able to receive inspiration from the previous session.
I think what he says, we all make a case and then we vote to see who gets 5 inspiration to raise a stat by 1. Is what I'm thinking that was.
I'm wording it wrong, but I'm talking about what we discussed.
Oh,
Yes.
So-
Maybe if,
all right, so.
Okay.
I believe as simplicity's sake of the system, you're supposed to choose a player. That player gets a single inspiration and the 5 ball, and they choose who gets the 5 ball. And no single player can get the 5 ball twice in a row.
there we go.
For simplicity's sake, the person who got the 5 ball gets to choose next time.
There we go. But
Or
if we start getting to the point where one player walks around with 3 or 4 20s, it's going to make the other people feel dwarfed by comparison.
Or what I could think of, since we're all in the consensus that we're going to use that 5 for a stat increase, it should be someone gets picked for 1 inspiration and gets the handstand stat increase to somebody. Since that's pretty much what we're looking
There's
at.
also for a 10 to get a feat.
Yeah.
That's still.
Oh. And yeah, if we narrow it down to the stat increase type thing, then we eliminate the capability of doing the 10 for.
No, true.
For your one-time feat.
Yeah. The whole concept of the conversation was to help try to balance things out.
Well,
And the concept was that not everyone was okay with it, we just wouldn't do it.
yeah. Well, the thing with Nick getting all the inspiration, I wasn't jealous. He was doing what he was doing and getting it. He was earning it. I mean, I didn't feel gypped.
I know.
The whole conversation was Nick brought up that he maxed his stat already, and it was like maybe we should all
Work together.
to max somebody's stat,
I'm all for that.
which I was down for it.
I think that's a great idea. I just, my worry was I didn't want one person to just suddenly have the, well, I'm the character with all the stats and everything, and then other people who are just who are trying to play their character can't because someone else is dwarfing them outright in every regard.
Right, that's the whole point of why the conversation was had.
Yep. All this.
Well, and I was all for it because the whole magic thing with mine, it's like I'm picking spells that have no resist. Because if I pick spells with a resist, a lot of the times the ones I can choose from are, or it does nothing. And literally, short of rolling under a 10, you beat my spell DC.
Yeah, they're.
So that's been limiting me on certain spells because I've read a spell like, oh, that's cool, then it'd be the or save for nothing. I'm like, I mean, even Fireball has save and take half damage, and all the ones that are like low level, it's either it does it or it don't.
Mm-hmm. That's the issue with the Eldritch Knight. They have very limited spell selection.
Well, just the evocation, it's. Other editions, it did something. I mean, even if you amended like all the ones that say do nothing, do half damage, amended into the spells, would be something. Then I would take some of the cool ones that. It's like, if I'm gonna waste a first level spell, it should do something.
Magic Missile does something.
I know,
Shocking
I
Grasp
have,
does something.
I do, but I mean, like, there's the, what one was it? It's one that deals, it was like 2d6 damage or nothing.
What spell would that be?
I can't remember what it was. It was something with fire or something. It was. They completely evaded it. They made their roll. And it was something that would land right in their square. So it's like.
Do you know what the trade-off for that
He
is?
uses that same box.
What's that?
Trade-off, as per the DMG, is for a spell that has have that feature where if they don't make a save, if they make a save, they take no damage. The spell's damage is boosted by 25%.
Now I need townfolk.
If it
Center
doesn't.
square.
Yes,
So like the.
it's built into it already. There are rules for making spells, and that's one of the rules.
Oh.
If there is a save or take no damage, if there is a save and take no damage, then there is also a 25% increase on the damage.
That is a sound I have not heard in a long time.
So there is a trade-off to that annoyance.
Well, that would explain some of the.
Yes.
I think it was like catapult was one of them.
Yeah, I think catapult is the one that didn't work out well for you, and I said you
Yeah,
should change it.
yeah, I think I switched that back to prismatic orb.
Prismatic great spell.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's like I'm basically. I mean, there's like a lot of cool spells that Dax would use.
But he would use them because Tony wouldn't use them.
No, he would use them because he knows that he's not. His spells are
He doesn't
easily
have high
got around.
potency.
He is not intelligent.
I mean, I took the base intelligence for to be an
Eldritch
Eldritch Knight,
Yep.
which is a 13, I believe.
I don't know that the actual archetype has a specific requirement.
Dude, my intelligence.
Oh, I have
is
a
8.
15.
I had -1 on intelligence rolls. That's how stupid my.
That just
guy
means
is.
you don't thunk good.
You don't have
below average intelligence. You're not retarded. Retarded is like a fuck.
You know what the great thing about Intelligence 3 is? Iflits don't care and want to kill you.
Well, your
They don't want
character
to
also
integrate,
won't
they just
care a
want
lot
you dead
about
because they can't control you.
What did you call
Iflits.
Illithids.
Whatever. It's like aluminum. I can say it sometimes and I can't say it sometimes.
See, which is why I prefer the British one. Aluminium.
Okay, so while you guys keep going on the buying of the things as your leisure, I'm going to start narrating things that are happening. You guys fled. And fled is definitely the word for what you did.
I would prefer fuck this shit, I'm out, but
Well, then play the damn video. Now, you fled, beat feet, run the fuck away. Whatever you did, you made sure that your present location was not presently here.
can we have a percentile what is it, riot looting as we leave?
I already asked the question.
Oh, well, no, like percentage, like he just randomly gives us some shit. You got 3 pairs of bras.
Where's the
2.
There's the goblin to get bras.
Why do you just randomly trash bras?
They're special.
They're shells.
They're insane, okay? I don't know if you grasped this, but... Oh, wait, that's the wrong guy.
During our.
What?
During lunch break thing.
We're gonna have a lunch break thing?
Yeah. We always have a lunch break thing.
Not always.
We've always had.
Well, damn it, y'all fuckers.
16,000?
You find all the stuff you sold.
I rolled, and you got an 87.
Oh, is that
100 would have been we found everything. We had already sold. And that's a bar.
Remember those things you were looking for and I told you they didn't have yet? They have them and you found them.
No.
That would be
Everyone but Steven found what they were looking for.
No.
my razor.
Oh, sweet.
Dude, are you serious?
No, I was looking for that, and you know it.
I was looking for like three
That's
guys.
not the legend.
Daniel's time rock?
No, I need to see your list there.
I was gonna say, if you were serious, like, dude, we no longer need water anymore, because I was looking for an alchemist jug last session.
That's cute.
I was trying to find out this job.
All right, I need the DMG for this part.
I'll see if there's one over here.
It's over here. It will never be over there. It won't be over there, Tony. That's the player side.
Stop it, Tony.
God damn segregation of books, Nick.
No,
The fuck?
Yeah. Since you cannot physically reach him at the moment, I shall do it for you.
You each find 30 gold.
Yes.
Sweet.
I like 30.
I rolled on the challenge rating 5 to 10 chart, and 87 was 150 gold total. And even it's not,
That's 5 more gold than I started with.
Wait, sweet. It's exactly what I spent on my fresh.
I made money off of that.
I was gonna say, I'm actually like 2.
You all find 30 gold worth of rations instead.
Are you serious?
I'll take that.
That's.
There, we're done. Moving
We don't ever need to worry about food.
I wouldn't say that. But,
Remember, your food did go bad last time.
yeah, he cut out
This is.
over half our food.
That's our dry berries and nuts with.
Yeah,
Gold.
That's
our dry goods.
Steven.
Yes.
I got 160 rations.
All
Wonderful. You found the thing.
the tentacles.
It's not a penis, okay? Just so we're clear.
It's a trap.
It's the time. I just said it's not a penis.
So it's a cat girl.
A cat girl trap.
It's a tentacle. And I took a penis.
Zeus, no. If there is an open tray, I would like it right here. So I don't end up with it.
Is there any more open trays? Or have they all been taken?
Thank you,
1,
Steven.
2, 3.
This is actually for
Do
you,
you have
so.
only 4 of them yet?
Maybe. Okay.
Because I know 4 is
I
on
got
the
the chair.
standard amount.
3, 4. Is there one over there?
No, there's one over there, one there, one
We
there,
have
one there.
giant
So that's
spiders.
4 over
One
there.
giant spiders has mounts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There you go. That's 6.
Oh, okay, never mind. You have more than the standard amount that come in the pack.
Well, these are all purchased individual.
Oh, I appreciate it. You won't find it again.
Back when I was a kid, they would come in a set of 4.
Yeah, that's what I was
You
thinking.
won't find it again, good sir.
Average, oh, you know,
Oh, I'm good. I got all my drinks and shit. That's why I got it at home.
You know what that is the main component of, right?
things that come.
You know why I gave it to you.
Yes. So now I know my air canal. That's
Well,
what.
like I said, that's all I want.
Yes.
This is why I have radio cables. You just need to keep things off. Helps keep things off the edge.
You
At
just
least
gotta look
until
down
we get
and
to the
style and
performance
install
section.
shelves inside your
That's
ceiling,
above
so you just lower down.
That's cute. You think you're gonna live that long?
Dude, honestly, I really want to do that. That'd be really cool. But you need like a giant space of all.
By the time we get there, we're gonna be loonier than Bugs Bunny doing drag.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. So the fleeing, it's occurred.
I think another fast pace for the next 5 days would be a good idea.
At least.
Yeah.
So, how do we know about what's the standard? Well, would I know what the standard raid party is? Because that's pretty much what killed my village off. Besides me and the 5 others.
party?
Yeah, the raider party that would be
No.
following us. Would I know
No.
about how many?
Because every drow family has different set of skills. Some of them focus more on magic. Some of them focus more on hand-to-hand combat. Some of them focus more on having the high priestesses with. So it varies.
Do we know which clan that was? Well, I wouldn't, but would they know which clan that was keeping us at that?
Oh
Keeping
yes.
Them?
Oh yes. You guys knew her name.
Oh, well, do you know what type of, was she heavy magic? Was she heavy?
She was a high priestess.
Mistress
Oh, yeah.
Ilhara.
Yes, Mizram of the Mizram family.
So
which
my question to you guys
is
is,
of the top 10.
are you guys always gonna be like running for your lives? Because if she's a magic user and they have access to scry, you're never gonna be safe. Unless you can somehow get something that can cloud you from scrying.
You mean like the fact that there's phase rest all around you?
That prevents scrying?
That gives them disadvantage.
Well, that's still,
limits-
that doesn't mean that they can't, it just means like, oh, well,
That
today
she
it
can
didn't work.
possibly explode.
Yes. This is hurting her as much as it's hurting you guys.
Yeah, but she might have a scrying crystal, and that'll, items don't start that stuff up, do they? Because like every time I hit with a magic sword, that would kind of suck if I cast fireball on myself. I'm just wondering, do magic items incur that same disadvantage for if you
Do they
use a
cast?
magical-
Do they cast magic? To put it to you plainly, Tony. You remember in 4th edition when Mystra died?
Not really.
Okay, well in Forgotten Realms, Mystra died. Like the goddess of magic died.
I thought 5th edition was broke.
Oh, it totally did. But you remember how Mystra was basically in charge of the weave?
Yeah.
Here's what happened. Demons come in, interact with the natural order of the weave, and then via the phase rest, which is what gives the drow their magical abilities in the first place, and everything went wrong.
Well, I'm just wondering,
Because you've got now
if we
divine
use like what,
and
like
demonic mixed.
his bag of stuff when he throws it down, is that considered casting?
What bag?
His bag of furballs where you can throw them down.
No.
And create- okay, what about a scrying?
Does it cast a magical spell?
It allows you to scry X amount of times per day. It's not casting a spell, it's an item that casts that spell. You just tell it what you're
If the
looking
weave
for.
of magic is being employed, then yes.
So what
His
for
is
him?
not, because he's literally reaching through an extra dimensional space
Okay,
and grabbing something and throwing it.
so like if we have a wand, a magic missile,
Yes.
so when we use that, it
Yep.
will incur the roll. Okay, all right, I was wondering.
You're just trying to figure out where the
Items, if-
barriers are.
Yeah, I want to know if the items themselves, because I'm gonna say, because that could be a way around it.
Magical items.
It's like I don't know any fucking spells in my spell book. I just carry around all this shit that does spells for me. Working on it.
What about little modern fashion?
You have lots of magical items. They just don't know they're magical yet.
Oh yeah. Well, we know what that ring does now.
I also,
No, it failed.
right.
Because I was gonna say, if we know they're following us, why don't we just, goonie this shit and like put traps as we go?
Because
Do you
because
think about getting bear traps?
I have.
already
Oh, I
have
know. I'm not an outlander. I'm gonna go get one.
You know 2 outlanders.
one of them's pretty outlandish, I'll tell you that.
Well, it's only 2. I mean, if we're setting traps everywhere we go. Dude, that would be.
Floating skeleton head of
It's starting with this many drone coming up to us, but by the time they reach us, it might be this many.
There's this thing called reinforcements, and you're not that lucky.
Well, like I said, reinforcements, but
So you guys get out to the rendezvous point where you were all supposed to meet. Everyone make me a perception check, and Luke, make me a religion check. Anyone who has religion can also make the check. I just assumed the cleric has religion. Sorry.
10.
24.
So,
oh, I finally got over a 20. I got a 22.
for perception,
22 perception.
anyone who beat a 15 perception sees, and you're not really sure where he got it, but Sarah walking over to 2 giant mushrooms, and he's got some kind of metal wire. And Darendil is holding someone suspended by their ankles up in between them.
Ooh. Is it a fish person?
And in his other hand, Seraph has a blade, a knife. It's not a fish person, it's a drow.
Wait, hold on. Can I have an intelligence check?
Can you?
AI.
Yes.
15.
I also believe Nick prefers we do not roll on his.
Sorry.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I know. It was my hand was could have. I should have grabbed one of these cup things. Just roll it in there. Do you mind if I roll it? Yes. Okay. I didn't know
yeah,
how.
that's a weird thing. However, repeatedly dropping it down on the wood like that, it'd be better if you dropped it onto the belt itself. Just my.
Just for the heck of it, I'm gonna use it.
You do what you gotta do. Do you mind if I do it over here and tell you?
That's fine. I trust you, Tony.
I wish I could have got a 20 on that intelligence check.
Well, what are you doing?
To find out if that drow was at my encampment that was obliterated.
No. It's not someone you were doing a recall roll.
Yeah, recall.
Okay. No, not
Because
there.
that would be like, no, don't do it. Yeah, let me help you.
I think that's the only qualifiers.
Do you recognize him?
Nope.
Cool.
Oh, and
Sarah. Oh, you're back. You're back. Hi.
Looks like you found a friend.
Well, Daredevil and I were out doing patrols. He was a distraction, and the idea was to take a prisoner.
Was this the first
The
day?
idea didn't pan out.
How many days of travel?
no, this is as we're leaving.
Oh, as we were leaving the town?
Yeah, when
Oh,
you guys are going to your rendezvous point with all the NPCs, like the Quaggoth, that really should not have gone into town.
We should definitely finish up and get moving.
Okay, we just need to carve the symbol of Elistray into his chest. They're gonna come this way looking for us.
If you could do me the favor,
Yeah.
I take out a piece of parchment,
Uh-huh.
and in deep speech, I write, "May the demons enjoy you,"
Uh,
and I hand it to him and say, "And make sure you also carve this."
This,
Yes,
precisely this.
yes,
Got it. I don't know what it says, but got it.
and more or less anywhere we go, you can go ahead and leave this behind.
Really? Huh.
Any other? Under any other circumstances, I might disagree with this,
It's
but
drought. Dwarves are even on board for this shit, man.
given the circumstances.
Even the Gibbons?
No one knows what this says other than myself.
And Rashosh.
Well, I didn't look at it, but I have no fucking clue what it says because I didn't look at it.
Rashosh will know. By the way, Rashosh is carrying about, let me show you.
So you want the numbers for those rolls I made?
Oh, yeah, sure.
The perception roll is a 21,
You saw the things that I've already described.
and a modified 20 for the rest.
Cool. Elistray, you know who Elistray is, but for the people who don't know who Elistray is the only decent drow goddess.
I like that. But you said-
She kills people before she plays them.
Decency.
Where's the sword coach?
She doesn't
book?
like the screaming.
If it's not there, I don't know where it's at, because it got moved by someone, not me.
One of the biggest differences between Elistray and Loth, Elistray is not half spider.
That you know of.
She's not
Hashtag disguise self.
Anyway, so can I make like a fighter sorcerer?
Yes.
That's what it
That's
is.
well.
But I would not recommend multi-classing fighter into sorcerer.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it doesn't know.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna get
Warlock sorcerer.
What's your charisma?
Or warlock
You
fighter.
don't meet the requirements
Warlock.
of multi-class in any charisma-based class.
Yeah.
You have to have 13 at least for most classes.
Elistray is the drow goddess of song and moonlight. She is chaotic good, an actual good drow lady.
No wonder everybody hates her.
Random thing.
Yeah.
Well, except for Drake.
We spoke about the inspiration, but we never did it.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
It was all a ruse.
Fatspiration. Start with Nick.
Counterclockwise.
Yeah, I got like caution.
There's a lot of bidding going on in our conversation, and I had yet to actually start breaking things down. But I know you've got a lot going on. You're trying to get your character addressed and corrected in a direction you need it to go. So Tony, throwing the stat increase your way.
Is that going straight to intelligence then, Tony?
More than likely.
Um,
And that's for a +1 or a +2?
+1.
Okay. Then I will spend an additional 5 that I got.
Oh, you already
to
have
do a
5?
To do a +2. I've been banking 6.
Okay.
And I've been determining on what I was gonna do with it.
There's also a feat on the table.
But you can't use that fiber towards the feet.
Oh, that either is just for stats.
Yep.
Okay.
Because the feat is supposed to be something you can justify that you've been working towards in character. That there's story reason. In the same way that when there is a game where there are no feats, because feats are an optional rule in 5th edition, you are only awarded a feat when the DM feels you have earned it. So this is basically a DM, I feel I've earned this because of this, this, and this action.
are we dispersing regular or are we?
Dispersing regular as well.
And Stephen, my loyal rogue, my roguey rogue of rogue.
Is that the technical term?
Yes.
All the time.
I've never heard that technical term before.
He's in places where I need them.
Drew!
Stab me, Jeff.
Luke, he's always been like right there with me at the front and always helped me try not to die.
Tony.
He's not here, but I wanna give it to the kid.
We have a precedent for that.
Okay.
Rogers was our precedent, I believe.
So, I wanted to give it to him, even though he bitched out and became a barbarian. He did try a lot to
No, he did, yes.
be a sorcerer.
He didn't bitch out.
I know, I just, I
Sorry.
could see him when he was playing that it was just, I don't know. But he's actually a really good barbarian.
Yeah, oh no, he's very good at the melee.
Yeah.
And he likes it, which is fine. Branching out to a magic caster, some people take to it easier than others. Will he get there at some point? Yes, he will get there at some point. He's just not there yet, and there's no shame in admitting it.
And I'm thinking it's more so the setting of the campaign. It's the fucking with magic here. I think that's probably what turned him off at the moment.
I can see
Especially
that.
when he like had 10 things happen to him in a round. So
But he's not the only person that's happened to.
I know.
Ouch.
I'm just saying. I mean, when the band hammer came down, it flattened him into a pin.
I get
With
that.
that one. And I want to give it to him because he did branch out, try something new. He's playing a barbarian, which if he does it right, he could actually probably make a better tank than our current tank.
Not to say that you're a bad tank.
No, not to say that
Oh,
you're a
I'm
bad tank.
thinking, I don't have a sword and shield.
That doesn't mean you're not a tank.
Yeah, I'm still.
You could be a barbarian, kind of, which uses their HP.
And
There's
the
a
fact
phrase
he
for
has
that, it's called wall of
resistance.
But if you
There's
want
a
to
phrase
do
for
it
that,
at
it's called wall of flesh.
speed, the next time you hit a fourth level in a single class, Sentinel is a really good.
No, Sentinel's his 1 at 6.
What's that?
He's a fighter. He gets to beat 6.
Oh, Sentinel would be.
Wait, so like next level?
Yeah.
Yeah, fighters get more.
See, here's the thing. Sentinel is the one that says, hey, I get an attack of opportunity against you because you attacked anyone, not me.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Or you tried to move away. And I'm going to disengage. Well, Sentinel says you don't get to disengage from me. I get my attack of opportunity anyway. And if you are successful in hitting them, regardless of how much damage you do to them, their movement for the round goes to 0.
Yeah, they stop where they're at.
They're not getting away from you.
And I remember you saying that I could like put my shield in front of it's like a reaction thing or something like that if they start getting attacked.
That was your previous fighting style. You're now using the two-handed fighting style.
So I want to get into the kid.
That's fine.
Because he's doing good.
You make sure you inform him of that.
Says, do you have his character sheet?
No, I don't.
I think it's something.
It's here somewhere. I just don't know where.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably over there in the character section.
Oh,
Probably.
well, I'll add it.
So you can just annotate it.
He's your door, right? I'll
Yep.
make sure it's a barbarian, right?
Luke. Honestly, he's been actually doing pretty good as part of the front line. So
Alex, or
I'm gonna go ahead and deal with you because, like I said, you guys have been doing pretty good with
and Rogue Road of Rogueness.
Shadow Savvy, what do you do?
I give it to myself. You can't do that. I'm a rogue, damn it.
I'm a rogue. It is a title.
I'll tell you what his name. I'm gonna give it to Tony.
Oh, well, thank you.
Guess that.
Because gum.
He's done a lot, and he's really trying to rework his character.
I think I got. Yeah, there we go.
And occasionally I give 1 for player growth. And though he's not here, I'm giving that to Alex because he got himself a mystery with Baphomet last night, which was the name on the card. He got himself a bit of a mystery, and he's trying to chase it down. So, Tony,
Yes.
give him a second inspiration.
Yep, that's why I was erasing the card and making it a 6 now.
Cool. The demon's fucking with you is a thing in this campaign, so.
You're just gonna be. Everybody was turned into a ball.
So, and the whole way you guys have been on, the whole time you guys have been running from town, Rashosh has been carrying about, if you didn't know better, you call them art tubes.
Did you say art tubes?
Tubes, yes, you know, like the things they put giant maps in.
Like a scroll case?
Yeah. Like,
Not a truck.
she's carrying the
series of
scroll
tubes.
cases, massive scroll cases.
Someone
Yes,
called
a
giant
series
tubes.
No, she found something else. Said when she get if nobody stops her before she gets there, she's just going to walk over and hand one of the tubes to Darendil, and she's going to hand another tube to Sarah.
I asked her what's in them.
Insurance.
I was about to say, I gotta see if I even care.
You can choose to care.
He rolled to
They open the cases, and inside Darendil pulls out what looked like a hilt at first, and when he's finished pulling out, it's a silver greatsword. Somebody gave the NPC bard money and said do things, so she had banked on your all's lives.
Kaladin's only response is
I should have thought of that.
an impressed nod, and that is some quality insurance.
I forget how much more is ammunition if it's silver.
100.
Okay. This is
Okay. So I've got a hit with a magic.
That is 100.
So can I like stab somebody and then fire just like right in their stomach or something?
You risk breaking the one by doing that,
Oh.
and the missiles are gonna hit them anyway.
The
Yeah.
missiles are
But I figured that'd do like a crit stick inside his stomach.
You can do about just as much damage with your
That's
fist.
insane.
Yes.
What did you do? I think there was a magic missile.
No, it's actually the exact same damage.
No, that's what I figured I could do. I mean, if you think about it, he's gonna be weaker like on the inside
That's
of his
if
body.
that one doesn't explode because it's damage onto you, which I guess
Oh,
is negative damage.
That's when you
got
that's when
rid
you
of
make
that.
the that's when you make the
Magical items when broken don't do that anymore.
I mean, in creating a wand, does it have to be wood? Can it just be like a rebar?
Dude, actually, yeah. Do you want that to be made out of wood?
Mine's made of
Well, I mean, could it be made out of metal? Because then you
Yeah. Do you like make one out of metal?
It's
Is that what you
described as being, I think it's
Crystal?
It's either metal or crystal.
I know there's a crystal on the end of it, but I'm not sure what the wand itself is made out of.
But anyway. Sarah explains, so we tried to take this one prisoner to get information, because I know you want information. All of you want information. It didn't work out. I hit him with a brow crossbow bolt, and he still, after being, captured, tied up, and well, we kind of found a pit with a gelatinous cube at the bottom. He still wasn't talking, so if he wasn't going to talk, he wasn't going to talk.
has he been killed yet?
I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
You didn't let me get a hold of him. I would have made him talk.
But I was.
But he wasn't talking before.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
Oh yeah. So
Unless
let's
you
have
wanted
the
to use
animals
command.
I could have made him talk.
Huh?
There's nice to have the animals that were with me at the end of last session.
No, they died.
Because I thought you used to against somebody.
Can I summon them more, or
You can, yes.
Okay. What do I need to do that
It's not a bad spell to take.
What's that?
Especially when you're talking to potentially unwilling.
And the dwarf comes up from the back. He says, everyone needs to gather around.
You take command and Zone of Truth.
Those both do not the same thing.
Command can make you talk, but it can't make you tell the truth. Zone of Truth will make you tell the truth, but it can't make
Well,
you
I mean, I
talk.
know somebody
Yeah.
who can take
Wait, can you
some of the
both?
truth.
I think one or both of them are concentration.
One of them.
I know things to make it.
So then
Command
you use
is-
the first one and then use the concentration one afterward?
Or have somebody else
You can
cast
score
it.
vice versa, doesn't matter.
I mean,
As
Luke
long
will
as
get
you-
Zone of Truth eventually.
As long as they aren't both concentration after those spells.
Way the fuck down the road.
So can I just go ahead and roll it twice to summon two of them? That's probably what I was gonna do, since we got on battle anyways.
Oh, you can do that ahead of time.
3, which is Badger, so I need a Badger.
And the other one?
5. Panther again.
Hey, we already have one.
Oh, nice.
Ways away.
What's
So that's
that?
more terrifying, Panther.
Yeah.
Panther 6?
Yeah, that means you'll get there about the time you guys hit 20. Because you're multi-classing. You'll have spell slots before that, but.
I was gonna go, what would the rats over there? Wait, is your rat still alive?
Yep.
Oh,
He's crawling around with no rope.
And little spider.
Spider looks a little bigger these days.
Wheaties. Does the body good. It's like good Coatoa blood.
Wow, so much Ranger hate. Not the other half. So the dwarf, Elephant Feldrum, comes up and to the middle and says, everyone should gather around so that we can make our exit.
Insight?
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh so hard if we bought all this fucking food. Like, oh yeah, I got a scroll of teleportation. Let's get there, bitch. I mean, that's what it's gonna come down to. That would be awesome.
She's walking up with,
Let's go to the plane of air. That was
something in her
awesome.
hand, which I'm about to tell you what that is when I find the proper component.
wrinkle it. We're gonna bend so we're here.
Oh god, it's gonna be so
We're gonna do
dead.
that.
Circle of death.
Ashes from burned leaf of a mistletoe and a sprig of spruce. She's preparing to cast a spell.
I just knowledge arcana to see if I know what spell this is.
Yeah.
Ooh, me too.
By the components alone?
I just got more intelligence than you.
You know.
I
Only
don't.
level 2 spell, so.
Okay.
She's preparing to cast Pass Without Trace.
Oh, okay.
You're like, that's so much less hostile than I thought it was. Anyone who is within 30 feet of her when she casts this spell will not leave tracks behind for the next hour. And anyone who tries to track you via non-magical means cannot do so.
I have a question.
What's up?
So I just found out there's no second level aberration or evocation spells for wizard.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Fine. I just want to know because I started.
Does that
I was
include Xanathars?
I don't think so.
Check Xanathars.
It's like I'd love to have a level 2 spell when I'm able to cast it. But it's like I get a slot that I guess I can boost spells.
Mm-hmm. So,
Magic? That sounds fantastic.
So you guys are heading out of town. And we're back to the part where we're doing day-by-day treks.
Yeah, so first ever actually just keep playing this kind of weekend. Get as much as we can out of that hour of trackless.
Yeah.
Needs a monster manual.
Transmutation.
Wait,
Remember?
can we like drag a stick behind us so that would break up our footprints?
Launch manuals next to I will do this.
And it,
Oh, cool. So there's 3
can I like
locations.
walk with the guy?
Oh, Albert.
Dragging like a stick behind you or something? Break up our
Still leaves a
footprints?
trail though.
Yes.
Synodic snowball swarm. The fuck? I'm gonna cast my Smirnoff ice spell. That would make sense.
Get trapped.
Would or wouldn't?
Can't try. Yes.
That player's handbook, or actually.
Yeah, I do. I got one of many. I think there's another. one
You
behind
can
me.
choose abjuration and evocation.
Does that junk thing around?
Abjuration is
Make
open.
blood or no?
No. Any usable liquid like acid, water.
Oh, I thought blood would use it like a spell or something like that, so I think you might be able to summon.
So I'm
No,
gonna
it's
need a moment
certain types of
to,
And if the GM is nice enough, it makes piping hot coffee.
yeah,
Nice.
I'm not that nice.
So,
What about Nos?
Not coffee at all. No, no, none of that. Because you failed.
However, one spell I think you should do.
Huh?
Monster or?
No.
With special wake up juice?
No, I don't.
well, I can get mage armor.
Good berry wine. Good berry wine. Sam.
You can't get mage armor.
Anything with
Mage
caffeine?
armor, you can only cast it on yourself if you're not.
Wait, do they even have?
But it's one of the
caffeine?
ones that I can get though. So I'm
You
wondering
can get shield. You
Shield's
have
much better.
abjuration and
what level is sheared, right?
Shield.
shield is 1.
It doesn't come up.
But as a reaction, you get +5 AC.
With shield?
Yes, for the
Oh,
round.
that's really awesome.
For the round. So if
Apparently,
you're
it's
about
not
to
one of my spells I can take. Is it
And
alber?
if you get hit by magic,
Is
if
it
you're getting targeted by magic missile, you
Is
take
it alteration?
Yes, it's abjuration.
Why the hell doesn't it show up? Mage armor shows up.
I don't know, like, that's just funny that mage armor shows up, like.
Because I did a
on
search.
anything
I'm looking at level 1 abjuration right here.
Oh, okay. Well, I did a search on my spell thing here and it didn't pop up. I
This
should
is why
take a
most-
look and see if shield's even on there. It could be that maybe shield's not part of it.
Or if you have money to float.
It is a
in
wizard
DDR.
spell. It is a wizard spell. So you can take it.
Abjuration is good. could fit that.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
After traveling for a few hours, you through the winding caverns and pits of the Underdark, you guys come across a cavern, a wide open cavern. In that cavern, there are large stalks of mushroom. Two of them, which you can identify with a knowledge nature check.
I'm not proficient, but there's always a way. No, not that.
You're a ranger who's not proficient in knowledge nature. The fuck kind of broke ass thing are you?
I guess
My
so.
intelligence is.
I got a 12.
It
If that
only
helps.
makes sense that this thought would have run across him. I've definitely done this.
Huh?
We're stocked up on some additional little chunks of armor and swords.
Right.
No reasons.
Because reasons. No, nothing in particular.
Cool.
Lies.
Whoever had the Zenith can have it back.
Alright.
Well, there's 2 spells for when it comes to that I might have to pick up. But I got a third 12 I got for my nature check.
I got a 13. Because that goes off intelligence, right?
This thing is,
Mine just
you
like
can have shadow. Shatter is second level evocation.
It's one of the better second level invocation spells.
Yeah,
You'll
I have
do
that
that
one, right, Nick? It's a loud, ringing, painful noise. It's perfect for goblins. It's just your voice.
Nature.
Oh man, why?
At 8 again, man.
It
I think
was
it's this thing.
it was 16 for a moment and then it rotated back.
That
Keeps getting
maybe made of
well,
stone, crystal,
I got a 19.
or metal has disadvantage.
Okay.
Saving throw.
Only I had
Anyone,
modifiers.
raise your hand if you beat 15.
That's a high level. Oh, wait, no. No, sorry. That's adequate for our level.
You see a mushroom that is a tall and tube-shaped bioluminescent mushroom. It is no, wrong die.
Well, I had the choice between knowledge nature or survival.
It is 9 foot tall and emits a bright light.
Survival's good. That's what I did too with survival.
It is 6 feet tall. It emits a bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15 feet. The other one is a small mushroom.
This looks like a small mushroom.
But you know that any creature that eats it gains advantage on perception checks based on smell for 1d4 hours. Or the creature suffers disadvantage on saving throws against effects based on smell for the same amount of time.
Well, we have a goblin in the party, so we can't use that.
Hey, I want it myself.
Also, if you uproot a nightlight mushroom, it goes out. And if a living nightlight is touched, either by a creature or an object, this light goes out until it is touched again. So you can't take them with you, but you can turn them off.
So I relay this information.
Does anyone have a really giant plant pot? Because we could cut around it, uproot it, technically still in the ground.
No.
No.
Actually, no, good point though.
No.
What?
I didn't even think about that. That's pretty creative.
Just
No.
a small pot that we can easily store. And
Yes, there's not one source.
Oh.
You'd have to be very good.
Yeah, get hard to get some stores.
Yeah, but your comment
So
was
you
like,
guys-
because I didn't start as ranger, I only got one there, so it was between survival or knowledge nature.
Survival's not important.
Nah, it's not.
Not in the Underdark.
45.
Yeah, that's
Um,
because you know, like over half the party has. it,
Also,
so it's not very important.
everybody can make me another perception check.
Is it for smell based?
No,
I'll eat some of it. I'll take a big
No.
bite out of it.
you don't know that when you make a perception check. don't you?
Roll loaded in.
It's not your intimidation checks.
Yeah,
19.
19.
I'm passively distracted by other things I'm doing.
15.
You're like, that's a big
Okay.
mushroom.
21.
24.
Right about that.
How fucked are we?
How did you roll a 24 on perception?
I rolled an 18 and I got a +6.
Because he's a cleric paladin, he has
shit, that's
decent
right.
wisdom.
So what does perception go up?
Wisdom.
Oh, so I had a 16.
Luke.
If that.
So
What horrors do I
I imagine you're in the lead.
I'm right next to him. That's how it always goes.
Okay, so you guys are both in the lead.
Well, I'd be up there too, ideally. So.
Yeah, he's going right behind me. And so we can-
As you're walking through this cavernous area, you see 5 boulders arrayed throughout the room. And as you continue forward, you pass the boulders. And Luke, you make a perception. Your perception check shows you something very important. Those aren't boulders.
That was a quick one.
I actually did like one of the mushrooms.
So about the 5 boulders that stand up and aren't boulders.
They're still giants.
Do you yell out like enough to give us time to do something?
By the way, that is the roll that kept you guys from being surprised.
Yeah, it's just
It was DC 23 because they maxed for that.
Yes.
So when they stand up, I yell in giant that we are not there to attack them and we not mean any harm.
You know, I really wish I could let that work.
Damn.
I really do. Because if they weren't mad, I would. You see that the boulders, but if the dragon sees they're not boulders.
Are these really old stone giants that were on their lawn and they wanted something to lawn?
Get off my lawn!
We're messing with their charts.
yeah.
Mushroom patch.
Calvin notices just before they stand.
Those are hillbillies, stone giants.
Because of this, you guys aren't going to be surprised the first round.
Woo. Draw my sword and shield if that was enough time for him to
That
win.
is everyone
yeah.
can roll initiative and we can default to initiative orders. But before we do that,
You change that?
we really should have a map for a
Quick
live
to yell.
engage fight.
Not so quick.
Normally, I wouldn't care, but if it was one enemy, I wouldn't care.
Use that as my.
You take the walls and doors and move them.
I keep forgetting my red one is retired.
See, I'm gonna let the dice underneath the cup surprise me when I lift it up to find out my initiative. So my hopes won't be high. Not that I have high hopes or low hopes, but it's good to be surprised.
Well, I mean, kind of. But if you're walking your house and I need get stabbed or something, that's not
Hey.
a nice surprise.
That's okay.
No, man.
I think I could take at least one stab.
If you're lucky.
One good penetration.
Hey, if it's on your bucket list.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to talk about anyone's bucket.
Just, I don't like lists and I don't like buckets.
Oh, they don't go in there anymore. Actually.
Ha, put it back.
All right,
Jeez.
this wall over here is all the parts. However, we don't necessarily want to.
So are you saying we need to like all pull together?
It's just
and buy
putting them
people or
someplace
so you
out of the
can
way.
pick which one?
So Target has this really cool little box.
Oh, those
things? Yeah, and I have a labeler. I just need to put labels on it.
God, I could have been such an asshole right now. I'm gonna say it. You know what else you have? Things, paint, and brushes.
You know what I don't have?
Time.
Time.
I know.
And
Me too.
And commission money.
Remember that.
I refrain from saying snarky things because you paint my miniatures that I buy with your own paint, and I
And time.
really do appreciate it.
What you should do, Tony, is you should get models, you should paint them.
I
Get
should.
them, take
But-
pictures of them far enough away that they can't tell that you screwed up, and say pro paint it and sell them for $60.
It's like, if I was gonna paint things like,
Oh, you mean
oh,
what they do?
my
with
goblin's
the
green, I'm gonna dunk the whole miniature in green and pull it out, let it dry. Tape over the head part. Oh, I'm wearing brown armor. Tape over other things. Dip it in brown.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
yeah, it'd be so horrible.
Well, that's how you paint Necrons. You just dump them one color, and then you just dump it and Necrons.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you did. You
Excuse me,
dunk
I'm
it
gonna
in
stand over
black,
here.
and then
for
just
a
paint
while.
over the black. For the-
That's how all
oh,
my
we got
red
one
ones got
black here.
painted.
There's so much Necron hate today, Nick.
Hey, they love the song where they get knocked down but get back up again.
That's what they do.
I'm borrowing-
Games in space.
I'm borrowing this for a moment.
What? It wasn't that bad.
So another thing I hate about
Dice
Age of
rolling.
Sigmar is Tomb Kings haven't been released yet.
Well, the two evocation spells that
Centaur does not
are like
say
super cool
Centaur rules.
from Xanthars is either snowballs or fire and everybody around you gets burnt, or snowball and everybody gets cold around you.
Yeah, so I made the mistake of pissing myself off by
Oh, well, at least
listening
you
to
didn't
what
make the
happened during
mistake
the
of
end
pissing
times
yourself.
again.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, why? Why do you do this to yourself?
I don't know why, but now I remember why I don't want to buy it.
Yeah, remember why I don't drink lemonade?
Rocky for never.
How are we doing on time on the video?
44 minutes left. Would ya?
Thank you.
I'm gone.
Want to hop off for a bag while we're waiting for
That's kind of what I was thinking.
the battle, or are you
Yeah.
almost done yet?
Yeah, you guys can go and
Yeah,
share.
I'm saying you guys.
So you have one quick thing, right? If we eat lunch. Okay. 'Cause
I
didn't
mean,
eat or no, well,
In
yeah,
44 minutes, that's gonna end, and that would be perfect for stuff to grab
Well,
lunch.
Okay.
Or at least run to the gas station or Walmart so I can grab something.
Yeah.
I don't know why that one's.
Yeah, apparently I haven't slept very well, so I just took my meds last night instead.
Seems
I don't know.
down.
I didn't sleep very well.
You'll have to sleep. So, Nick,
I saw you
can,
promote Cody to
can
7
I take said box fan in that corner and like, well, after I find out like how cool it is out here, maybe it got hotter.
Yeah, it's supposed to get higher throughout the day, man.
I was saying, because I thought, they said today was supposed to be like
70.
super cooler than yesterday, which 70 is, you can admit, is super cooler than yesterday.
I suppose 90 something at this time yesterday. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the wind is still freaking delicious out here.
Delicious wind. Just don't break it.
I mean the sun on the other hand makes it a little warm.
Did you get it? Delicious wind. Just don't break it.
Like, I mean, I normally wake up at least once during the night, which is kind of annoying, but it could be worse. Close the door, leave it open.
Close it. I want smoke drifting inside here.
Yeah.
I understand that question was probably more for you, but I figured that would be the answer you give anyway.
That's exactly what I was going to do.
So Stone Giants.
Huh?
And I know this isn't that.
My skills aren't great enough for this shite.
Yeah, this is one.
Okay, and the Shadow Beholder. I'm kidding.
I'll start in my character sheet. Frost Giant, close enough.
Are those bases the right size?
Fire Giant, close enough.
It's the right
Do we have a
size.
Giants box somewhere?
Giants don't fit into
There's
Yeah,
two
giants
more.
don't fit in boxes.
I kind of figured, but I thought I'd ask.
There's the remaining two.
Cloud Giant.
And
Another
another
fire giant. Thank God
How
we're
many-
not actually fighting this.
Mine would be ruined.
Oh my God.
Mother of.
We got a spell casting giant, fire damage giant,
With spell casting.
with spell casting.
No. Angry Merman Giant. Typical giant. Creepy ass horny giant. And Twin Ganondorf.
No, I will stab you. I will hurt you in ways you will not enjoy.
We're still trying to win them.
But I'll make sure he doesn't enjoy it. Whoa.
I assume these bastards are on
Games
either
Workshop's
side.
Games Workshop's Age of Sigmar Facebook page
I'll
didn't
position
like
things.
my response as being like, "What's your favorite vocabulary of Age of Sigmar?" I'm like, wishing it not existing.
What's so bad about it?
I'm trying to.
Imagine like all these characters that you've loved for 30 years.
Huh?
80% of them are dead.
What's to like?
And the annoying characters are the only ones that survive. This is the basic thing. The world was destroyed by chaos, and now there are 6 different realms for the different realms of magic. That is Age of Sigmar.
I thought this was Warhammer.
That is Warhammer.
Yeah, they decided.
That's Warhammer. Yeah, they decided to.
To magic
and
everything?
everything's name is changed because now there will be IP. Like lizardmen are now Seraphon. Elves are now A-elves. Because now they can slap that tag on there.
And not pay royalty to anyone.
Exactly. Elves and dwarves. They don't have dwarves anymore. They're something stupid. Orcs are now orcs.
Oryx.
Orex.
Grimgor, he died a good orcish death. Kicking Arcade. The leader of the biggest WoW ever in WoW history. He reunited all of the green skin tribes and completely obliterated
Oh, all the
chaos.
fungus men.
Well, they're not fungus in this iteration, but yes.
Really? They changed that too?
They were never fungus based
They were
until
plant-based, weren't they?
recent. They were just. They didn't go into it, kind of like how they don't explain if space marines have penises.
I don't know what to play.
Because nobody
Nobody wants to find out. Nobody wants to ask.
Your ability to take less than 10 minutes setting up maps always astounds me. I know it's easy.
Oh, Grimgor died after kicking Archaon, the ever-chosen, in the dick, and then headbutting him, breaking a magical chaos item that was in his helm. And Archaon was so scared that he activated the greater demon inside of his sword, and that was the only reason why he killed Grimgor. Grimgor was the best.
Why?
Because Archaon's a bitch.
Because reasons.
I don't know why he wears such heavy armor. He has so much plot armor.
That was his armor.
Did no one know why?
The fact that he had like 12 other demon items on him.
Platforms?
And
Why?
They just
There's a lot
let you
more
rid of
radical.
crap out of him.
Inside that room.
That and his story
See, that's
makes no
probably the
sense.
same thing.
That they
They're
changed
got,
him
like,
to. He
unlimited
used to be a knight that found the truth about
Yeah,
Sigmar.
I do have unlimited data. So.
Was it born a god that he was just a normal person
Rooms.
and he got pissed off to
What
now he read a book.
He did say giants.
Yeah, but those aren't the guys we're fighting, right?
They're giants.
They
They're
are.
stone giants.
There's
They
5
may
of
not
these
be the
guys.
type of
Okay.
giant.
But because he's only got the one model.
Well, you know, I
Yeah, well, I was
might,
just
I
Actually,
might,
yeah,
sure.
better wolves.
I might reskin one to be a fire giant. I'm not sure yet.
Roll that D100.
Oh no, guys, no worries. It's not a fire giant. It's a storm giant. You're good.
That's
I'm cranking
the
your
highest
fan
tier.
up to 2.
Elements.
Your favorite.
When I have resistance to?
Yeah, that one.
When they say you
Oh,
can only have a
mercy.
madness of
I die slower.
Goblins can actually get a
Well, you only take
They can
half
turn
of
the
100
madness up
damage.
to 11.
But why 11? Because 11 is bigger than 10. Because Spinal Tap.
This one goes up to 11. But that's
Why
still.
couldn't you just make 10 louder?
You know, that's what this one. Yes, I put them on.
Holy shit, I thought you said there was 4.
I said 5.
But you don't have to box us in. It is a cave.
Hey, he's added. He's
I
adding
think
to
this
the.
is plenty of room
So-
for 5 giants. They each
so,
have their own little area.
Originally, this was a deadly encounter. He's boxing us in, so it's an even deadlier encounter.
I didn't tell anyone to put up orders. It's just
You don't want me to
Maybe
color
it's
the
like
doors.
contemplating, it's like, yes, maybe I should do it. Maybe I should do it.
You know, it's strange. I never realized how box shaped this room was before.
How did that door
Hey,
get flipped
we're
upside
still,
down?
hey, remember, we're the party that set fire to the room we were fighting in because it was a great idea.
Thankfully, it didn't stay on fire, and then we all would have died.
We almost died anyway.
Only we had a lizard man, then he would have been fine.
So-
They can hold their
so-
breath for 15 minutes. In addition to their
We both get
constitution.
it. We both get it. So,
Yeah, right.
I'm a fighter myself.
Oh, okay, so yeah, we do.
So we got these guys.
Okay, so you guys, there was ever a time to set up a marching order. It was now, fellas. Yeah. Generally, I'm supposed to make you guys set one up prior,
That's the best.
but you guys are kind of an amorphous party, so
Nothing.
Ever-changing number of people.
Like, you're like,
Number and species.
hey,
don't shoot the messenger.
don't you, all right, where is this you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's got a panther and a badger.
And then I'm gonna need you guys to move everyone forward about 5 spaces, because you had just passed them.
Oh, so we're like,
You need to set up your.
It's sort of like right next to one of them.
Actually, I guess. I would say wait until he's got.
well, no, he said, yeah, he said us 3 were.
You guys were
above
the
where
advanced
everything
group.
raised. Yeah, where everything raised
I
up.
wouldn't have been up that far.
Hey, Nick, these miniatures are freaking awesome.
You're welcome.
Are they from the D&D?
Yeah, they are from the Storm Giants.
The Storm Giant ones? So did you have to buy these individually, or was there like a Storm Giant pack?
There's a set.
Both, actually.
Literally, there's a series, and
Yeah,
when you buy a box, you get 5 random miniatures.
but one giant in it, right?
No, you don't. 5 random miniatures.
Oh,
like
so they
you
took a
normally-
big box that the giant could fit in, and then put 5 random miniatures in it, so.
All the boxes are the same exact size.
I've seen some at the game.
Steven,
shop.
could I have
I
you
always
slide
thought
that
they
beside
came
me so the
with
camera can
giant
just see the map real quick?
There's usually a larger creature and then
Badoo.
small creatures.
Oh, okay, so you're not
Either
either way,
way,
you're gonna
cons.
large creature.
Potentially, there's-
But it might not be a giant.
Right.
Okay.
But we actually bought, I was with Nick and we got 2 of these, and 2 boxes in a row had the fire giant in it.
Had these 2 in it?
Yeah. It's like, we were just like, well, that's a
You didn't bring
really.
a scale with you. I'm gonna find out which one's heavier.
Yeah,
Just buy it
GCG
now.
would not have tolerated that at all. I think it was the day they had the
Extra life.
buy 2 and get
Oh.
1 free.
Yeah, we did that.
Yep.
Honestly, because I know like Magic the Gathering people are like super into that.
If I left the door open, I would turn on my air.
I didn't, I'm sorry, I didn't.
And a no
realize
bait
either.
each pack, and you buy the heavier ones because they have foil in them. And I think now all the newer Magic sets come with a foil in them. So it would stop them.
I remember somebody asking if we could, and I said no, but.
Because like I've gotten foil
Right.
ones open the doors and like a booster pack. And not like an uncommon, I got a foil swamp, foil.
Oh, yeah, Foil Swamp, all 20 cents.
Wizards started doing that because they're working on
Oh,
bringing super scales with them and trying to packs when they're just throwing around. like a random good coil into them before it's
Oh,
going
okay.
past
So
it.
you didn't know that. That's
Yes,
what you meant.
but
Fresh like some oils.
it's now 75 degrees in here when I had it set at 65.
Oh, with yeah, there's a lot of bodies in here.
But I had the air conditioner running next to it, and I
Yeah.
had the fans running so it was blowing and circulating the air.
Oh, even with that one on too.
I turned that one off so it was quieter in here.
Oh. Well, the air outside is really actually really cool.
It's,
It's the
it's
sun.
75 degrees outside, whereas I had it here at 65.
Well, that's what the sun. The wind itself hasn't warmed up, so I think that's why it's supposed to be cooler today. It's because of the wind being nice and cool.
I just know it's going to get hot in here now. That's why I said no.
Drow.
I've come to the conclusion we're fucked.
That's one conclusion you make.
There's no reason. Technically, we didn't take any of them insurance.
That's cute.
Your food.
Dude, giants have really cool things.
Wait a second. Can
You
you
just
read
don't
what a
know
giant's back
where you
was?
found it.
Well,
Like when you find stuff on the floor.
technically,
My favorite Forgotten Realms one was we killed a giant and found a bag of stuff.
That's
Put on
a
unidentified
It's that
thing.
fine line I'm treading.
fine line.
And I was teleported to prison.
In the same way that
And then I did what my GM thought I'd never do.
Yeah,
I
the
rolled my
natural
way out of the
plus 4 to stats,
out of the
plus 2 to
the
1, and plus 1 to 2 others,
team,
and then
I
husks just get a plus 1 to everything but con.
half
So that starts spiraling like crazy. It's one of the reasons why Rice is just.
because it's like I have skills to roll my way
But it
out
says
of
you
the
can only
session.
do it
Roll
humans,
this character
and
unless he's like
half of
super
count
dangerous.
as humans for in every
That's
way
what
that matters.
almost.
Technically
First thing I
speaking.
did, went for a guard, claimed that I was dead, and came in there, I sapped him, took his clothes, and walked the fuck out of jail.
All right. So
Arendelle likes you. No.
And now he has a great swing.
he
likes him better.
no Elden likes him. Because horse. They see together. And someone's got to be back here doing the assassin things. Speaking of the assassin things.
This time around, I have to just keep my skeletons around me.
You're just kind of like, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Oh, also, now,
You have to think now.
now they have things.
No.
What's happening now?
You know how intimidating that would be showing up with 5 giant skeletons?
Or 5 giant ass husks.
No, we can create the.
What was next time we get
a
to?
bunch more smaller skeletons.
Well, no, you don't want to husk them because then they come back like, oh, you fucking killed me.
Well, yeah, but then we just kill them again.
All right, they get a chance for perception on this. They failed. Don't know where Seraph is.
I don't think they're gonna be able to find it either.
So,
You have to roll for it. That's stealth.
you're going to trade.
Always. Oh, did you roll a natural 20?
Yes,
You didn't know they didn't find you.
Like there probably are.
I
It's like,
got a plus
zombie
4.
apocalypse.
Yeah, I got a plus 4.
That's
It's numerically impossible. Was anyone else stealth?
I can try to be.
Dude, look at me.
Full stealth on your
You roll disadvantage on stealth due to chain.
Okay, that's okay. I'll also roll for it. I'll probably fail. Watch it.
Which is,
Claim.
Oh, natural
Disadvantage.
I know. What? Disadvantage.
What? Oh god, I'm gonna get a fucking 1.
No, you get like a 12.
No, watch. 8! God damn it.
hey, no, it wasn't.
You have been discovered.
Yeah.
Hit rattle, rattle,
Come
rattle.
on.
How far is
Hellraising?
Why are you
Hellraising.
guys way over there? I thought we were 5
Walk
spaces
actually
away.
Scale mail.
It at maximum +2 dex, which is exactly what they have. +2 dex. Give them shields, so they have an AC 18, and long swords, so 1d8 +2 slashing. And
Okay, we should do that initiative thing, guys.
1d8 one-handed or 1d8.
So You said roll initiative?
I'm sorry.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, 18, that ain't bad. Plus my.
Nope, just.
That was my staying.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Where's your birdie? Or if you're like me.
I think it was with him, wasn't it? Or
Shoulder. Okay.
Well,
In his usual
they
style.
rolled 21,
Oh,
and the NPCs rolled 11.
oh boy. I rolled the same as them.
Your dex is higher. We both know it. Don't even bother.
These are really flexible stone giants.
Yeah.
They do a lot of Pilates.
Did I forget to mention these are yoga performing? They do
Plus
yoga.
10 decks.
They're stone giants that are made out of clay.
Well, to be fair, we thought they were actual boulders. So.
I'm just glad no one sat on one because I would have lost my shit. I'm like, so make a new character.
Why?
Well, I gotta admit, I didn't really know we had a chance to do anything, which is probably really good. So I'm gonna do something programmed that we did.
See, my first thing before you said they got up was like, are they smooth? And if you said they were smooth, I was gonna go lick one to see if they were rock solid.
See, man, I was gonna flip one over. I was gonna roll it to
And
see
then
if
roll
something.
charisma check.
Please. Lovely.
That one.
So,
Giant.
Steven goes first.
You just toss it.
Unless anyone else can get 21.
Yeah.
You did.
Hold on, let me check. I haven't.
Okay, Tony, what's the
Oh,
lowest number possible? What'd you get?
But I got a 16. I could have got a 20.
So we don't add anything to our roll.
You add your
Like
dex.
dex.
Oh, 19.
What's your dex? Luke, what's your dex? Okay.
He is going to give it to us. 12.
You know, Nick, I was
Did you say 2?
12.
Nick.
Yeah.
We talked about this. The goal is to make Tony always go last.
At least when I roll somewhere that's not 2 digits, I know I'm probably gonna go last.
Okay, so Mr. Road Guy.
What
Mr.
kind of light
Whatbird.
are you?
Huh?
What kind of light are we in? Dim?
Bright and dim.
Where's the bright?
Because the
The
mushrooms.
mushrooms are giving bright, and when you're within 15 feet of one,
Where are
the mushrooms are all over this place.
Translation.
Oh,
This is big as fuck, and you still manage to sneak your way. Dude, you don't see me.
There are areas of darkness if that's what you're asking for, though. Darker areas or
Well, that
dimly
and
lit areas.
Dim gives you disadvantage on perception.
For them to see you.
Oh, for both.
See, here's
For
the,
any type of perception.
so here's the thing, though. They already have disadvantage to see you because of your cloak.
Disadvantage.
Doesn't work that way, motherfucker.
It's
You have
roll
to take
3
both.
dice and take the lowest out of the 3.
That one. Gee, I wonder what they rolled.
Tournament 72 right there.
At the
Huh? Phase rest? You want me to roll for that?
Does that trigger off of the Hunter's Mark?
That triggers on every spell.
I didn't think.
Hunter's Mark is a ranger spell.
I don't mind this.
Holy fuck.
We don't have cantrips because that would be overpowered.
That wasn't even
Yeah, that's the
Right,
difference,
he's-
Luke. Paladins and rangers don't get cantrips.
Any non-base spell casters.
Good.
I'm glad.
That's right.
Yeah, breathe.
Right.
That is a 29.
And a 28.
28?
Yes.
Those both hit?
Okay.
Mother of God.
All the math going through your head right now. You guys
It's that scene from,
So if I
just
do,
sit there and assume all the numbers.
it's a sentinel team.
Jesus Christ. First attack, 10.
Yeah,
He's a necromancer, he can do that.
well, no, it was
20 magical piercing for the first one.
Yeah, she's talking.
What? Why did you do that to me when I was there? I didn't make the spell. Oh. Besides, that's why we have a prayer.
And a bard.
And a bard.
You can't heal herself.
No, I'll explain one day.
She can't.
I'll explain one day.
It's the AIDS.
She's not allowed to.
Yeah, she's.
Is that a special archetype?
Huh?
Yes. 32.
Yes.
Well, we have AIDS.
32 magical piercing.
Nice.
That's a great start.
Yes, they have. It's a giant. I know that we have a long way to go.
This is your only encounter for the day. I'm specifying that now.
Hoping we make it through.
Knowledge so you can see what I know about them. Nothing.
Okay.
And
That's my turn. Actually, I am going to.
I'm surprised nobody said, no, let's just run. I'm pretty sure if we.
I am in
did the
prime
other
running
part-
position, so. I put it this way though, guys, with the NPCs involved, you can win this encounter.
Wait, how fast
Emphasis
is
on
it?
not fast enough.
If you take
No, I
the
mean,
dash,
like,
if you
use
take,
that.
They move fast.
That would be
you
a
can
knowledge
find out and
check.
take a dash action and see if anyone will come at you.
Bye guys, run the fuck out.
Can't draw that.
You get like.
Okay,
5 feet
two
away
doubles,
from
I can double move and
Yeah.
I
think
You get like
you
25 feet
can-
away from one, it takes one step into your base.
Yeah, more than that. I know what that is.
So
You
one
get one
session,
attack.
Alex doesn't show up.
I think it's only when they move.
into
As I can't
Hold on.
All right, hold on. You get an attack of opportunity there, Drew.
Against one.
Oh, motherfucker!
Don't do that.
Oh.
Don't do that, it hurts.
Yeah,
Which one did you shoot?
This one.
Okay.
And it has.
Left or right fire giant?
If
Since I don't use a D4, it's
Oh, is it like
Right.
fire band of one?
You can get an attack of opportunity on one of these. You just gotta pick one. Mostly for him, so he knows which one to minus if you get.
Well, okay,
And they still do not move.
Nate, which one did you initially attack first? Because this was right next to you guys.
Didn't you have an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, but which one should I attack?
That's up to you, dude. You have to make the choice yourself.
Which one? The one
Yeah,
that's in
the one
aim
he-
when range to hit you, or the other one that's in range?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then this guy's also right next to them, but that means I can leave this guy for the skellies and that. Like,
The skeletons are not gonna do that.
I'm pretty sure
They're
they're
bone
probably,
shields.
with the giants and the skeletons, there's nothing to do. So there's probably, unless one crits on them, they're not gonna really attack the skeletons.
I guess I'll attack his TP.
We might also want to potentially focus our
One.
strengths 1 to 1 at a time.
Yeah, but he's
One has a
fine.
red triangle above it. I like that.
He's really.
Fair enough.
It's Hunter's Mark.
19.
So I definitely did. Wait, did
Oh,
I?
yeah. I think.
I was like, wait a second. I want to say that without no one. Yeah, and then I'm gonna use my like super 5 attack combo thing that I can do.
You can do that on your turn.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. Because it's the thing.
This is
that
a reaction.
Okay, so what do I roll for react?
You roll, it's a regular attack. It's a regular
So
single
whatever
attack.
your
So
damage
1d10
is.
plus.
But you cannot use your bonus action out of turn. As far as I can tell.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I forgot.
Awesome, that's what we like to see.
Plus 4, so.
Nope, one shot.
Yep, 13 damage.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's, which one was that? Fire?
Yes, this.
Fire 1, okay. I'm actually making sure I keep them marked appropriately, rather than last time, where I just started just tiny damage, and I couldn't remember which one.
Here's fire 1. Oh.
All right, so about that bad news.
determined to tickle your butt.
So pretty much flanking.
That's seriously not good.
Question.
I'm not giving them flanking on that. That's not flanking in my book.
I
Hanging with large bases is weird.
This is why I'm not giving them flanking. They have enough advantages.
I was about to say, did they really have to go into melee with us?
That's what. You walk right next to their boulders, so yes.
No, well, don't they have like a 10-foot reach?
Shut up, Tony.
Okay, sorry, I'm just. Sorry, trying to make it even deadlier.
Yes, it would, because
They also
you
have-
10 feet.
They also have a 60-foot reach if you want me to throw boulders at you.
Okay.
Well, you did. You threw 5 of them at us.
Not those boulders.
The boulders, we're gonna throw boulders.
Is very precise. That's why polar.
Two spurs out.
Now, if you were, what is it called? If you were a bugbear, you would have 15 foot reach.
No.
Wait, bugbears get a 10-foot reach normally?
So they get an extra 5 foot reach out of it.
Well, that's what I mean. That would make it.
Marches, so they get.
That would
Which
make
is
it-
why you do whips on them.
Oh, yeah, that's right, whips.
And you go with tunnel guarding.
Whip.
Where if you're in a confined space, you get unlimited opportunity attacks.
Wait, so if
That is how somebody,
Wait, whips can
that's
be
how Acumen got his calculation of how many max attacks that one person
Can you
could
put this
get
on the
in a
horn
single
one?
round.
Put that on which one?
The horned one.
And with the perfect close of chaos bolt, that is over
That one on the fire giant closest to you.
attacks.
You can take that D4 on.
That
Wait,
very
so I
much you did
can't-
not stand a chance.
could you use the whip like wrap around the throat and then just like kick him over the
That'll
leg?
be grapple check. Oh, that's a grapple check.
Is this your D4?
Yes.
They have me take it off.
Giant is one.
No, that's the marker one.
Yes.
He was using that one as a marker.
Because once it dies,
Giant
it's
is 3. Fire giant is 4. Fire giant 2 is 5. Just making sure I annotate everything.
the actual stone diamond is
Okay, Luke.
That's, it's got the height.
Yes.
higher than
What's your AC, Luke? And before combat begins, did you make your armor the +1 today?
Yes, I did.
Okay, there you go.
My AC is currently at 20. It's like, if they start standing up. Oh, Martin's bear, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, that's right. Don't you also have that special nice armor?
He can't be critted.
The crits on me.
Okay, so 2 great club strikes narrowly miss you. On the second one, you repel with your shield, keeping Eldeth from taking the hit herself. That was one of the hits. That was one of them going. That
We
was.
were going bam, bam, bam on you.
And now Eldeth's turn.
But I know what it is. It's like now.
Well, the first hit strikes. It's a bone-crunching sound.
But your bones perfectly fine.
It's not my bones.
Oh, it's someone attacking them?
Yeah, they're attacking.
They're attacking one of the NPCs.
Oh, okay.
Because
Okay.
I can't do this encounter on you guys without giving you
everybody present?
NPCs because you'll die. This is a 1,400. This is a 14,000 experience encounter.
I was about
You'll
to
die.
say, we could
We
run.
can take 2 giants on.
Oh, 2 giants is nothing. You guys could have taken 4. Okay, 3.
So is this a ramp
Or
up
if
encounter
none of
because
us
of our
are
loot, or is this a straight up in the book encounter?
This is a ramp.
Oh, okay. I see. It is up to the GM's discretion to ramp them up.
Normally, this is the point where we would. Now, if you start being like, oh, if you
you
start
need
having
one,
like monster manual like knowledge on your character, this is when they start puffing like these things on their finger, and then all of a sudden they have these ability as they take cocaine.
And the cost of -5 intelligence penalty.
You gotta look at it after this, but
Okay. She takes 19 damage. I did bone crunch you for a reason.
Yeah.
Now for Durendal, who's already raging. They missed both times. He's already raging because bear cult. Totem, not cult.
At this point,
Well, that doesn't really matter. You don't know this one.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm missing.
No, because rage generally you get a half.
Well, when your
Bear
tattoo
children
artist uses
for
fault.
Except for psychic.
Oh,
you're letting your name.
All the stone giants do psychic damage. Did I forget that part?
God.
Well, I can start on my next character.
Psychic gloves. Psychic.
Psychic large grateful effect. That's a good weapon.
So, Drew, what's your AC?
16.
so everybody's gonna make a mystic next.
No mystics. We've been over this.
yeah, I
Yes,
Nose.
Yeah.
Since you can't technically, I
No,
don't.
you don't need to. It's fine.
The grateful effect.
Never mind. Sure.
Well, you know, what's the difference between like sorcerer and
Let's focus on that.
Let's focus on the let's not die.
One of them misses you, and another comes down for 19 points of damage. Your guy's turn hasn't come around yet. You're going to open up fire on one of these. I know that.
Fire on the fire.
Okay, so
Since for some reason all of the reading spells are concentration.
I changed the elemental capabilities of my firebolt to paper. It's paper wraps.
I want to stab you.
Dude, but Bruce,
What you're saying is they do.
one of
they
big
are
holding and
all
starts
over
throwing wads of paper out.
All right, one more is going after you, Drew.
Just
No,
because-
one of them's going to take a single attack on your animal that's next to you.
Because it does not like
The one that looks like a panther.
Okay.
Okay.
This tentacle break.
Calls for miss.
Right?
What did it roll?
I don't have to tell you. What's its AC?
12.
You got hit. Well, how much health does it have?
It doesn't matter, it's dead.
13.
He did.
It's garbage shot. Yeah, it's where's my clone?
It did its job by taking a hit for you.
Yeah.
And now the other attack coming at
By
you.
the way, for a future weapon for the panther, I would always have it stealth. Have it stealth. Because
True.
it has some nice little things that it does.
But it doesn't have a stealth option.
Yes, it does.
Oh, yes, it does stealth plus 6. What the? I didn't know that.
For the future.
That's fine, Drew. If you wanted to take that hit on yourself and the next hit that hit you as well, that's okay.
This is your choice.
Because that would have been you took 19 damage 3 times. You'll be unconscious. I'm telling you right now.
I think
I
you'd be
would
on
be.
the ground.
19, 38, 57.
27 damage.
Oh, never mind. My bad.
Yeah, so you've taken 38 damage this round total. And now is the wonderful part of the game where it's your guy's turn. Drew, about that being your turn.
I thought you rolled that hurt.
No.
I already messed up that one.
You have a higher AC than I do.
That one that you're next to that it's already taken some damage, that might be the one to attack. I'm just throwing ideas
It's
out
got,
there.
it's got some arrows in some pretty sensitive spots.
Sensitive spots.
Oh, yeah, this is good.
He's a sensitive fellow.
Yeah, I'm going to flank around the back of this dude. Because I get.
Oh, yeah.
That
No,
will
but if
give
you-
you opportunity attacks from 2 of the giants.
Because you're leading their threat. If their reach is 10.
But I can disengage and move into flanking on my turn, so
Yeah.
subsequent ones.
Oh, yeah, I'll just target this dude.
Okay.
I mean, I could send my little furry critters and just start. One damage.
3? Are you fucking serious?
The round inspiration that you have, Drew. Your rat takes a nibble.
5?
Takes up maybe
It's
80
worth
later
spending.
repair.
Yeah. It does one damage.
I'm not using that dice anymore. Yeah, I'll spend one
For the next person. What did you get for a total?
These are not trolls. These are that.
Probably a 10-ish.
Sweet.
What's your plus?
To hit. What after that again? Your
I mean, I did a lot against the proficiency.
so I
plus
had
damage this big at most.
So 10.
Size of this.
I know they're large. Their AC is probably below 15, I'm guessing. Much lower?
Size of
Did I put it on the dot? Really?
So giants are fucking.
Alright.
this.
I just
So
don't.
giants
This
are.
is why this is one of the few encounters I'm including the NPCs.
That's a hit.
Okay. So then. Oh yeah, I'm doing my double attack. So roll again.
You should roll all 4 of your attacks because you have 3 attacks actually, because you have your 2 regular attacks and your bonus action attack, which I imagine you want to use.
Yeah.
Another thing for future use.
6 plus adjustment strength, right?
No.
And your proficiency.
For proficiency, you should be at a 3, so that would be a +7.
So that's a
It
16.
should also, hold on a second. Right here is your pluses too. That's your, what you add to your diet for. So what's that?
Strike is useless.
Okay, so then that'd be 6 plus 7, so that's 13. So that's 13.
Was that your bonus action or was
That was
that?
my second.
That should be your bonus action. Just call that your bonus action.
Oh, your bonus.
That's
Whoa!
less damage.
Especially with the DC 12.
Undead lady
So
done
do I
more
have to
damage.
roll one more?
Yes.
Yes, and you roll 1 more. And you still haven't action surged. That.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Maybe
go ahead
it's
and use
fine.
my action surge as
No,
well.
he was fine, and then he hit this, and it rebounded off, and he got free.
Instead of 4.
Yeah, 4.
So,
You hit once.
Your blue dice, are they cursed by any chance? Okay, good.
None of my dice are actually cursed.
Well, there's like it's the chaos phase that.
That is cursed for
I
everybody
believe
but me.
Yeah, I was saying, Steven does.
Because I have to prayed to the chaos gods before I use them.
We have never tested that with all
6 of them.
I have
I
never used
hit
dice
plus
for
4.
chaos. So we
8
did not know
damage?
if they are cursed for me.
Or that would be today, so I will be pulling many of these.
You did 8 damage to him. All right. Luke.
Alright.
By the way, if there was ever a time to blow your paladin load, it is fucking now.
Before you begin, Luke, I'm going to do the teachings.
Wow, I turned to the correct page. Woohoo! As an action, you can imbue your weapon or hold it with positive energy using your channel divinity. For 1 minute, you add your charisma modifier to attack rolls made with that weapon. The weapon also emits bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light 20 feet beyond that.
More like
And if the weapon is not already magical, it becomes magical for the duration.
Guardian.
You can end this effect on your turn as part of any other action if you are no longer holding or carrying this weapon, or if you fall unconscious, this effect ends. Since you are the one who spotted them, I would have allowed you to say, okay, divine weapon, let's go. In the previous turn, and not have to use your action this turn too.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
Mm-hmm. And is that the action you would have liked to have taken then?
Okay, you have a plus your charisma modifier to attack rolls. And I think we're stopping here for a second.
After it rolls, take a break.
We'll go for it.
Alrighty.
If I might make a suggestion, smite, bonus action to smite something, and then burn spell slots to smite something.
What level power they have?
It's 3. Do that. I now can't you?
Oh, mine's next. Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what spells.
Burn. He has burning smite. Or I think is it wrathful?
He doesn't have Wrathful yet. Wrathful's good.
Right. He has the searing smite.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that.
Well, you.
Yes, slots.
Yeah.
Right, if you add one more player, you have to add something else.
Luckily, we're running out of time on the stream. Yeah, so.
Well, you're telling him to smite hard, so he's looking for a
Actually, you have
smite.
thunder.
I have Searing Flight, which is.
Let's say this would be a perfect time to probably close it out and restart.
And we'll open up when he finally
You probably
decides what
have
he'd like to have.
Yep.
Catch you in the next video.